Hey guys, this is Neon Easy, back again with another Destiny Nights video, and today... Kidding, I'm just kidding. We're all kidding around, we like to have fun on this channel. Oh, just in case you didn't know, a anonymous viewer actually got me that mic, just in case you're wondering. I didn't buy it myself, but let's go ahead and do our actual intro. Hey, what's going on, Destiny Nights? Name is the Gamer. We'll make some nerd. So today, we're timing to do this actual video. I don't usually record it this time, mostly because it is usually hot, but it's actually raining where I'm at, so normally it's kind of cool now. But not only that, I just want to record this just to get it out there. I actually do have another Destiny 6 video up, but it keeps getting corrupt. Right now, as I'm recording, it said share failed. I don't know what the heck is going on, but I'm going to try to edit this one and get it out there as soon as possible. The other one probably be for another day. But today's video, actually, we're going to talk about global releases hero that is coming out tonight. Who should you get, or who should you look forward to? Where can they be used? How to orb them and whatnot? They are the Cesars. The Cesars are really good. Now let's talk about their kits and why they're really good. Both of them are good. Do not think. I feel like one. Like this guy, he's used a lot in faction boss. That's what makes him the best one, right? Everybody thinks he's the best one off of that. You can use him in arena as well. I've seen him being used in arena, but you have to have a really good orb requirement. So let's talk about his skills real quick before we actually get onto that. Okay, so this is the rock one. As you can see, 99 best. You can tell that people like him. Okay, let's look at his first skill. It is defense break, or the defense debuff, AoE damage, and then on top of that he does burn. So what is that good for? That is good for, let's say, the Destro boss. He's weak to fire, and then on top of that he's weak to defense break as well. So that's what makes him really good. Of course, you already see that. And then it's according to attack. That's why I have him on bravery orbs. And let's go ahead and go to the second skill. That's really all. It just does AoE damage. And then on top of that, he does have a little ring around him that actually burns people if they come into that ring. You know how Elk does her heal, and if you're in that circle of heal, you will get cleansed. It's sort of like that, but it stays within his character. I'll show y'all once. Once I think I can actually go into the codex right there. You can actually go into the codex. I'll show you in a moment. All right, let's look at this one. This is the overpowered one. Okay, so it's a break skill. It's a three break skill, just like Elk. So, and once you have him strike, it probably goes up to 4. But it has so many debuffs. Look at this: attack break, spotlight, and stun. Now, what makes this so good? Attack break. They won't do as much damage. That's one thing. Spotlight. What Spotlight does, if you do not know what Spotlight does, is actually increases your crit rate. It's just like a buff. It's like a buff to you, but it's not an actual buff on yourself. It's a debuff on them. So it's sort of like a brand per se. It actually just does a lot more damage. So it will increase your critical rate by 15%, I believe. I think it says right there. Where you're at? Yeah, right there. Increases chance to receive critical hit by 20%. Okay, 20%. I was wrong. And increases critical damage by 60%. This is very important when it comes to the Destro boss, the Wyvermensch. The reason being is because what makes this skill so good is that they're resistant to some break skills, and this one is not. They're not resistant to this one, so he will break them and he will spotlight them. So you will be doing additional whole bunch of damage, especially if you have a crit rate buff, attack buff, whatever. You will be doing a lot of damage because of that. Okay, so I believe that covers everything. I mean, a stun, it's the same, 4 seconds. What orbs you look for? You can actually orb them with bravery. Like I said, you can orb them with concentration. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like, but those are the top 2. I mean, if you go to hero rating, it will tell you. Oh, also his leader skill is disable duration of rock by 20%. And then, like I said, oh, it actually stays on 3. That's interesting. I thought it would go up to 4. Okay. All right, so what's substats? This is my stats. I do not have the best on him, and you know what? I'm glad that the Cesar are coming out. We can actually do content on these guys, and actually it makes it a lot more efficient, especially with like, let's say faction boss, like I said, or even Carol's trial, which I'm sorry, Nezzy, you did it a bit too early. Now I can make a video with Cesar. Yes, I'm just kidding. No, but so let's talk about him. Okay, so what you want on him is skill cooldown, status activation. I feel like debuff duration is good. I have a lot more disabled duration for some reason. I don't know why. The orbs just kept giving me that. So obviously skill cooldown, you want to have that as much as possible. My orbs on him are not the best. Crests are not the best on him as well, so I'm trying to still work on him. As you can see, 33% skill status activation, because I want those debuffs. He has so many debuffs. I want those debuffs to land. So and then when it comes down to it, skill cooldown is always good on a hero. It does not matter which one. I feel like they're all really good. Okay, disable duration. Obviously he has a stun, so it's good to have that as well. Debuff, I feel, is more. It's more important. So let's just keep it at that. These are his crests. I have him on precision. Let's take a look. They're actually all plus 15. So obviously skill cooldown right here. Disable duration right there, and then HP percent. It's an overall good orb. Right here I have status activation, which is good. This orb right here is actually really excellent for him. They're all high rolls besides both freaking skill cooldowns. I kept trying to refresh it and I couldn't get that 6%, so that's okay. And then 6% skill cooldown, 3%, another high percent of status activation right here. And then 6% status activation. Everything is good right there. Like, I don't have the best on him, but the stats are correct. I feel like they're pretty good. And right here, there's a debuff, the 1% debuff duration. Attack percent, it's like it's not that much. I have it there. You know, it's good. Another high HP percent, and then a skill cooldown right here. And then I think this one's just a placeholder, just because of the fact that it is precision and it is a 4-star crest. Right here, same thing with that one. I'm not really good with that one. And then this one just has status activation. Like I said, it is not the best, but this is what you want on him. What do I have him as a title? I don't even know. Artisan Fire, so it gives him status activation and sack percentage, which is really good, because you want that status activation on him. Where can you use him? Like I said, faction boss, faction boss, faction boss. That is his playground. That is his playground. You have to take him there. Arena is good. Farming, if you don't have any other people, I guess you can use him. He's not bad, but like if you have Benito, use him. He's a lot better. Where else could he be used? I mean, he can be used in carols as well. It's not really recommended. Conquest, go Conquest, not really. What you want is bleed, status activation, and debuff duration. The skill that makes the debuff duration longer. So that's really it for him. I feel like I feel like I explained everything for him. Let's go ahead and look at his skills real quick, just so y'all can see what he actually does. I know his skill animation is really cool too. So let's go ahead and bring it down too. Let's do this. Yeah, okay, so right there, so there he does damage, and he should burn them as it's happening, I believe. So yeah, there you go. Defense down and burns while it's happening. So you can move around and it will still do the burn and the defense break, but it's a very low chance unless you have them fully maxed. Let's look at this one. Look at that little line. Let's actually do it from this angle. Look at that. I think it's like a line or something. Oh, no. Ah, dang it. I can't see it from this angle. Let's see from this angle. There you go. It's like a tiger or lion, or not a lion. I think it's like a wolf or something. All right, so let's take a look at his strike skill. Oh, wait. Let's turn on the actual animation here. Okay, strike effect. Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. All right, let's do this. Let's check it out. Look at that. The Medina symbol. Really cool. Very nice. And then that's it. Okay, so there you go. Attack down and everything. I feel like I said, he's excellent. He's excellent. Now, if people try to trash Paper Cesar, don't listen to them. He is good specifically somewhere, just like Rock Cesar. Now, Paper Cesar, I feel like because he's used more places than than Rock, because initially you just want to use him for you can't, like I said, you can use him for Arena and Faction Boss. That's really the most important parts. But when it comes to this guy, you can use him too. Like really, it's basically with this guy's debuffs, it it matters. Like if you don't land the debuffs on with this guy, like it won't. He's just important. Let's just say that he's important. Okay, let's talk about his skills. Look at him. He's very different compared to his brother, but still really cool. He does not have a break skill, unfortunately. I think if he had the break skill, he'd be up there with his brother, but he does not. So he's orbed and crest fairly the same way, and I'll explain why. So right here, really good, really good. Okay, so status activation chance down for them. So it's like sort of a status resist, I'm guessing. Oh no, sorry. So I'm thinking of status resist. Scratch that. Let's start over. Okay, status activation. They basically will not be able to land the debuffs they want to land. So let's say if you're in arena and he tries to do that, or somebody tries to, let's say Elk, right? If she tries to do her eclipse, it will be a better chance for her to not land it if you have this. And then on top of that, buff removed and shield removed. Now that, yes, it is. Let's say it is actually, he can be used as a stripper in a way, but strippers in this game are very, what you want to use your strippers for are specifically Adonis. Paper Adonis has a shield up. You're like, you know what, screw you and your shield, especially with people like this, like heroes like this guy. You're like, screw you, and guess what? They just put one set of resistant crest on him, and he resists. It's crazy. And once that happens, you lose. You know, so I wouldn't rely on his strip so much. It is still good to have that. Like I said, it is a really good first skill, but unfortunately, it is not. Like I said, it's very risky. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, but still, the status activation debuff is really good. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the next one. This is the skill. This skill is the skill. Okay, so damage, buff, and shock. Okay, where can you use shock? First thing that comes to mind, if you've been playing and you've been trying and you're progressing a lot, you will know that you can use him in Giants. Giants is weak to shock, and this guy can be used there. Now, if you have Benito, I recommend to use Benito better. He's a bit better in that situation just because of the fact that he actually does stun while doing shock. So that makes him a bit better. But if you do not have him and you have this guy, excellent. Use him in Giants. He does give a damage buff and this. So it increases your damage, whoever your damage dealer is. And on top of that, he does increase the damage just because he is shocked. So that makes him really good. Where else can you use him? In case you didn't know, you can use him in Carol's Trial. Once you hit that 5th wave, there are the elite bosses, the 3 elite bosses that first come out. You see them, 1 stays and then the 2 run in the back. Those only take 1 damage unless you put shock. I think it's shock, poison, or burn, or if it's not that, then it's just shock. Okay, I heard somebody else put burn and poison. I don't know if that is completely true. You can like I said, I've sort of overheard it, and I'm not completely sure about that, so don't quote me on that. But shock for sure. Once you shock them and they try to move, they try to use their skill or try to shoot whatever, that will kill them immediately. That was just, they will splatter. I actually made a spotlight on him a while back, and before global release happened, because I was like, I pulled both of them in the same summer session. I pulled both Paper and Rock Cesar in the same summer session. So yeah, so that's really the places you can use them. Unfortunately, like I said, it is not as crazy like that, but I feel like because Giants is important to get crests and whatnot, use him there. Carol's Trial, it'll give you titles, it'll give you awakening materials, it'll give you rubies. I feel like it is better in that aspect. So yeah, I do not have him skilled up because I have so many things I'm trying to skill up right now. I actually just finished, I believe, Akashi. I want to actually fully skill him up, and then I was working on Rock Arcana before as well. So yeah, and then his lead skill is attack percentage 15% for Medina faction, which is good. It is not as situational as Rock Cesar, because Rock you have to have disable in your kit for you to actually use that skill. And then right here, what does it do? Okay, so it's a strip one. Let's see, 18% chance to decrease status activation by 50%. 50%, that's crazy. I didn't even read that. 100% chance to remove. So initially he'd be a good striker as a clutch. So let's say you're losing, you're on the ropes, right? And Adonis has his shield up, and then Cesar comes out. He's like, I got you now. You know, it was stripped. So he wouldn't be bad to use him as a strike. Like I said, if you use the team that I'm using for 100% win rate. Team, if you have not, check out that video. It's a really good video. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah. So I didn't really have a specific hero in striker. It really didn't matter. So, but if you use this guy, there you go. You know, so he's not too bad. Let's talk about his orbs. What to use on his orbs. This is his stats. Same thing as Rock Cesar. I feel you should use. Focus on status activation, skill cooldown, and debuff duration could work. You know, it's he doesn't have as many debuffs. He does have the strip here. I feel like status activation is more useful here, just because of the fact that he does strip. So you want to actually activate that, unless you have him fully skilled up. So let's go ahead. He, like I said, I don't even have many of his plus 15. I did this just so he can have a status activation there, and then like I said, his crests are not even that great. But even then, look at how horrible he's orbed, not even skilled up. And the way I use him, he works excellent. So this shows that he can actually do it the crappy way that I'm actually showcasing him. He's actually really good. So I feel like let's go ahead and check him out, check his skills out, just so you can see what they look like. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. I love this. Look at that. When I saw that, I was like, dude, this has to be the overpowered one. But a lot of people would like to disagree. People want to say the rock one is actually the better one. So look at this. Boom, boom, boom. That is so cool, man. I feel like because I'm a Thor fan, I'm like, dude, that looks like Thor so much. So let's go ahead and do this one. All right, so it does the same thing as Rock Cesar. You move around, he will shock whoever's around him, and then he eventually will go away. So let's go ahead and show this one. All right, look at that. It's so cool. And then he does the same thing. There you go. Really cool, really cool. So yeah, I feel like that is that is this video. That's really it. I feel like what else? People have used them in arena. Like I said, sometimes I don't really usually see him being used. Same thing. Guild Conquest. He's not really useful. Yeah, I feel like he's not really useful. He doesn't have a bleed or status activation or anything like that. So yeah, I feel like today's gonna be a good day for global. Go out and hopefully you didn't spend your rubies just yet. You know, tomorrow it will be out. For us global guys, I feel like it's just gonna be another day, another dollar. You know, it's gonna be the same old for us. Now the teams you want to use for him, like I said, it's he's in Carols, so you want to use. So for example, if you want to use him in Giants, it'd be the same way that I have him here. Let's go ahead and check it out here. So basically right here, in place of Cesar Benito, I would put Paper Cesar, just so he can shock. You have status activation. I know y'all don't have June yet. You can use somebody else. I feel like Paper Fran is a really good choice to do that. And yeah, like if you look at faction boss, like let's say y'all's are, I believe it's Destro now, because we have them backwards. So if you look, what? So many hackers. Okay, these are hackers. Okay, don't believe what they're using. These are hackers. Okay, so if you look at these guys, there you go, Cesar. People, everybody and their moms use Cesar in this. In these, if you don't use, oh look, what? Oh, never mind. It's another hacker. I was like, wait, what? Yeah. So everybody knows Rock Cesar is really good here. If you want to study them, go ahead and look at their levels. Okay, don't actually look at the ones that are like level 2. Don't use those. You can't use those. All right. These right here is a good example for this boss. The other boss is different. People use a lot of different things. I don't know how y'all do it in global. Of course, look at them. Y'all eventually catch up, and people will start using them back and forth. So, anyways, that is it. I feel like I've explained enough. So again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully, y'all do summon him. If you do have any questions, concerns, leave it in the comments down below. I'll gladly respond to them. And like I said, I already have an edited video for Destiny Knights. It's going to come out maybe in a couple days. Knights Chronicle, I'm sorry I've been pushed into the back. I've been so busy. It's been insane. Wi-Fi has been down. Like I said, my other videos not going into my damn desktop. It's going crazy. But anyways, yes, they are excellent heroes. They're both can be used. There are some where it's like, oh well, you can't really use that one. Like let's say Paper Adonis is used everywhere. Rock Adonis, he's kind of left in the shadow, you know. So it's like, but the fact that both of them can be used, it's very, very, very good. So rejoice, global server, and like I said, hopefully y'all do actually get them. Good luck in y'all summons, and I feel like I've explained everything when it comes down to these two. They're very well, if y'all, like I said, if I'm not explaining myself well, go ahead and ask me down there. I know sometimes I like to connect the dots in my brain, but sometimes it doesn't make sense coming out to the newer audience. So like I said, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. Alright, peace.